Welcome to your #1 guide to the life, challenges, and prospects in the diaspora. This is Diaspora TV Network. We educate, inform, and keep you updated with global incisive news, engaging interviews, immigration insights, tourism highlights, and more. All you need to know about Nigerians and other Africans living in diaspora. We understand what it means to seek greener pastures away from home, and we are committed to bringing you legit info on the challenges, prospects, and success stories of those living in diaspora. Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and educated as you embark on this adventure here on Diaspora TV Network with your host, media veteran Dele Aberuagba.
Hello viewers, you're welcome to yet another exciting edition of Diaspora TV Network. I remain yours sincerely, your host, Dele Aberuagba. In this particular edition, I have the singular honor to introduce to you someone you would be glad to listen to. As far as I'm concerned, he's a man of many names, but for me, I call him Irumole, like so many of his associates call him. But I'm going to, allow him to introduce himself and let us into his person. It's nice to see you, sir.
Long time.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's always my pleasure being with you.
So you want to introduce yourself to viewers, who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Otunba Bestman Nze-Jumbo, President Team Nigeria for Change. I'm a marketing communication practitioner with diverse skill in alternative security. What else do I need to say? I'm a detribalized Nigerian. That's why I'm an Otunba, despite the fact that I'm not a Yoruba man. I'm the Otunfu Agboye of Aguda land and the Otunatulusi of Ibugu, to show you how diverse I am as a Nigerian.
How come the name Bestman Nze-Jumbo? How does it come by?
Well, that's my name. Somebody asked, why did they name me Bestman? I said, well, I was born during the Nigerian Biafra Civil War, and all the kids born that period were so malnourished, skinny, and I was born fat. The white reverend gentleman told my dad, this is the best man. And that's why my father named me Bestman.
To kickstart this conversation, it's going to be an exciting one, like I said earlier, and at the same time, it's going to be thought-provoking. What is it that actually brought you to the UK, presently?
Jocularly, I tell people that I live in the UK and work in Nigeria.
Yes.
Because my family is here in the UK. So I come often, see them. I'm a family-oriented person. I don't joke with my family, but I work in Lagos. So more often than not, I'm in the UK. At least I try to do every 8 weeks, see them briefly, and go back to Lagos. So that's why I'm here.
What would you say that you do for a living, if I may ask?
I'm a marketing communication professional. And like I said, with diverse skill in alternative security, which to the glory of God, I have done so well and so much for a couple of states in Nigeria where we have relative peace right now.
But as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure that I'll probably be speaking the minds of so many, quite a lot of people know you to be more into politics. What is it that you have around politics?
Like I said, I run a marketing communication company called Image Expressions. And I do a lot of political marketing. I work for politicians. And personally, I am a member of the APC. But professionally, I work for people across diverse parties. At the time, I was working for both Fashola and Benga Daniel, who was PDP in Ogun State. And presently, I have an interest in Governor Oti of Abia State that I'm doing 1 or 2 things for. So I am politically exposed because I just must participate in governance in Nigeria. And by nature of what I do, a lot of people across parties need me. So a lot of people know that I do a lot of political stuff.
Fine, you are meant to be a marketer professionally. How would you describe the political situation in that country?
Whether we like it or not, a lot of good people in Nigeria have abstained from politics. And I keep telling them, when you abstain, idiots will rule you. So we all need to be involved. We all need to be concerned about the political evolution of the country Nigeria. For that reason, I made up my mind to be involved. I will not support evil because I have a philosophy that says whatever evil you support now, because it is politically advantageous to you, will come to haunt you when you are no more in the line of favor. So I am politically involved because I want the best for my country, Nigeria.
Aside from people in government that you work for, do you also have...
I have a couple of corporate organizations that I work for. We do a lot of things for individuals. We do a lot of things for... Because we run a lot of entertainment stuff too. A couple of artists, I do 1 or 2 things for them. Nice is one of my primary clients too. The popular Nice. I do a couple of things for K1 Waswahinde. I do a couple of things for different 1 or 2 other organizations. Like for example, Voltic Water. The water company. I do a couple of things for them.
You're going to ask them to pay for that advertisement.
So that's why I don't want to go further.
Now, you and I would agree that Nigeria is going through turbulence. I don't know how much you're going to agree with me because you work for them. But what is the fate of an average Nigerian?
Just like you said, a couple of months ago, I sat with, let me use the word, boys that I feed, that I extend my hand of help to. And I asked them, when you say Nigeria is worse off now, how many of you do your kids have to go and sell in the morning before going to school? When I was growing up, I would go and sell bread in the morning before resuming in school for 8 o'clock. So I never grew to see Nigeria ever better. So much as between you and I, we all want Nigeria better than it is now. Nigeria definitely is not where we expect it to be. But Nigeria is making continuous progress because there was a time you and I can never sit at home and do transfers for money. There was a time you and I would wait for 4 o'clock to watch MTA. Those days. But now we liberalized, things are getting better. But I agree with you, Nigeria is not where it ought to be, but Nigeria is making progress.
Recently, I was privileged to listen to a broadcast of the president, Tinubu, trying to implore, Nigerians who are outside the countries that they should think of coming back home. That Nigeria is rising again. How much would you want a Nigerian outside the country to want to absorb that plate to come back to Nigeria?
Thank God you asked me earlier. And people know that I'm in the UK presently. When I come to the UK, I know a lot of Nigerians who I support their house rent, who I support basic things for them.
That
live here in the UK. And I ask them, if you're not doing well here, why don't you come home? Because we still have that communal culture in Nigeria where we rally around each other. Actually, I met him saying, come home. Basically, to be for those who being abroad is not favoring. When you are in Nigeria, okay, for example, the house rent I pay here for my family in a month is what I pay in a year in Lagos. So, I don't want to be misunderstood, but I'm telling you, the economic crunch is not only in Nigeria, it's all over the world. And whether we like it or not, there was a time students will drop out of school in Nigeria. But now, students will apply for student loan and they are getting, I can authoritatively tell you, they are getting. I have somebody who is in his 400 level in Nigerian University, and they couldn't pay his school fees, and he applied for the loan, and they paid him all that he had paid from year one without interest. Nigeria is about the only country I know that gives them loan to pay back when they get a job without interest.
And you feel that happens without any form of favoritism?
There is no favoritism. When it first started, we in the South who feel we know so much, we never took it serious. He said, it's not true. It's not what happened. By the time the Southern started applying, over 300,000 students from the North have gotten it. So now it's obvious that they are getting it. Where did the federal government get the money from? From recovered money, from looted funds. The monies collected from people who have looted our treasury. Those are the monies diverted for the student loan scheme. My brother, it is working.
But quite a lot of politicians and a number of them that have been in government of the day earlier are alleging presently that Tinubu's government is full of maladministration, corruption, and all that. What's your take on that?
I was on a TV interview recently in Lagos, and I asked, and I said to Nigerians, and I said, they said they want to rescue Nigeria. Remember, that's what they said.
Yeah.
And I asked, David Mark wants to rescue Nigeria. Rotimi Amechi wants to rescue Nigeria. Dino Melayi wants to rescue Nigeria. Rescue must have a new meaning. That, as what I read English in university, which means rescue has a different meaning from the English lexicon that I know. You will know that this is not true. If Amechi is telling us that after being 8 years as Speaker of River State, 8 years as Governor, and 8 years as Super Minister, is hungry, then it's enough to tell you that the government, the policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not favoring those bourgeois, the bourgeoisies that we know. That's why they are teaming together, because they are not favored. They are not getting the things they used to get from government, so they are in opposition. But I can tell you, mark my words, like I said, we are not where we ought to be.
Yeah.
But I can tell you categorically, give this government a chance, things are changing in Nigeria.
Giving the government a chance for the second time, is that what you mean?
Even in this first term, it's only a liar in Nigeria that will say power has not improved. I know how much I used to spend on buying petrol for my generator, both at home and in the office. But now, it is no more like that. There is none of these opposition people that will come into government and return fuel subsidy. Not one of them. There is none that will come and cancel the student loan fund. There is none that will come and say the agricultural policies are not working. Things got so bad. And it's going to take Bola Ahmed Tinubu a lot of time to change it. And as I'm telling you, we are already seeing the changes. But we will never keep quiet, because we must always ask for more, so that we can keep the government on their toes. But those people saying they want to rescue Nigeria, they have been there and they were worse off.
How about the dollar that has almost swallowed Naira?
The dollar had to swallow the Naira because before Bola Ahmed Tinubu came, we were borrowing money to stabilize the Naira. We were borrowing money to pay salaries. We were borrowing money to subsidize fuel. And this man came and said, this country will collapse anywhere from now. We will be like Zimbabwe if we continue like this. And he stopped it. Of course, it's got to happen. But right now, for once, the dollar to naira is stabilizing. Our prayer is that by the time we increase production, by the time we reduce importation of unnecessary things, the naira will gain strength before the dollar and the pounds.
Pardon me, I'm still going to come back to your person. Let me quickly chip in this. There is this popular activist that refer to the situation in Nigeria, saying that, referring to Nigerians as victims of Nigeria and not citizens of Nigeria. How do you comprehend?
Maybe because I didn't get the context of where he spoke. I didn't know him. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was just generally talking about the dwindling economic.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say, but you see, just as somebody will say, Nigeria happened to you. I'm one of those who say to me, Nigeria happened to me.
Yeah. Because
I've lived in Nigeria all my life. I've lived basically somewhere in South Africa, and I've lived a bit in the UK. And if Nigeria happening to me, I'm not in government. Mark my words, I'm not in government. I don't hold any government position. I don't do any government contracts. I'm just a professional who loves Nigeria, who Nigeria have been favorable to. Before Bola Ahmed Tinubu came, we've had government from Obasanjo. I have never been disadvantaged. So if somebody is telling you is a victim of Nigeria, I will also say Nigeria happened to me and it's been positive because I've always looked at the brighter side of life.
For your latest updates on Nigeria and African abroad, the new immigration news, and a lot more, keep listening to Diaspora Network by the media duke himself, Dele Aberuagba. Keep alert and stay informed on Diaspora Network.
But it's not everybody that's going to take your position.
It's also not everybody that will take the negative. I decided to take the positive. I've lived in the positive all my life, and it's working for me. Don't forget, I keep saying, Nigeria is not where it ought to be. We are making progress.
So what would be your advice to those that are in the other side of the position? What would be your advice?
What do you mean the opposition?
Yeah.
I'm one of those who believe that opposition will be very strong. I never pray for PDP to die. I never pray for Labour Party to die. Because when you have a viral opposition, it will keep the government on their toes. If there's nobody criticizing Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if there's nobody criticizing Babajide Sanwo-Olu, they will relax. But opposition needs to be strong. But I'm never in support of career critics. Career critics don't want things to be good so that they will have a job. There are a lot of people, they will never report what Lagos is doing. How Lagos is becoming a second world country in a third world nation. Report Lagos, they will look for things to criticize. Meanwhile, they will not talk to their governors to see what's happening in their states. So, I want opposition to be viral and strong so that they will keep the government of the day on their toes. But the ADC opposition is an opposition of bitter, disgruntled people who, because suddenly they are no more in the favor of things, decides to put together to put the government down.
So you feel that they have no substance at all?
They have no substance, they have no followership, they are only trying to rake it up. A PDP as a party, strong and viral, will be a better opposition.
But the same kind of coalition came together
to remove Jonathan. And put Buhari there.
Buhari in government,
now,
which was supported by...
Now, we had an opposition. We had the head of the coalition. Bola Ahmed Tinubu stood aside and said, we believe in you. Buhari, you go. This coalition cannot do that. Atiku cannot, because it's all about self. Atiku cannot say, okay, we are coming into a coalition. Saraki, you go. Amechi, you go. Peter Obi, you go. No.
So are you trying to say that they are struggling for who is going to come out as the president?
Selfish. They are selfish. It's not about Nigeria. It's about them.
If peradventure tomorrow you are offered a public office, would you accept?
They call me Rumole. I am not Olodumare. So I might not know tomorrow. So as we speak right now, if I'm offered an office in Nigeria, I will look at what they offer me. And if it is where I will operate, just like Wike is in Abuja, FCT, and is doing great. You might not like his person, and he's doing great. If I'm offered a position where I'll be free to help Nigerians, to help the next person, I will take it.
If tomorrow you see yourself, governing the administration of Lagos State, what would be your first, second priorities?
Lagos has a blueprint. Lagos has a developmental plan, which Bola Ahmed Tinubu started. When Fashola came in, they extended the years. It was used to be up to 2020. He extended. Fashola extended it. Ambode did his own. Sanwo-Olu is extending it now to probably Lagos development by up to 2050. If I'm in Lagos as a governor, which I'm not ambitious for that, I will follow the blueprint which Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his predecessors built, because I've seen Lagos. Lagos is rising. I've been in Lagos all my life. I knew what Lagos was before Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I knew what Lagos is today. I knew what the Bar Beach did to Lagos. Yeah. And I knew what Eco Atlantic is becoming now. Like Bola Tinubu said, I turned mommy water to money water. Lagos is growing at a speed unprecedented in the history of the world. So if I find myself at the end of affairs in Lagos, I will follow the blueprint as set by Tinubu, Fashola, Ambode, and Sanwo-Olu.
In your own words, what would you recall as the core achievements of Governor Sanwo-Olu in Lagos?
I tell myself, Sanwo-Olu is the most humble big man that I know. His humility has won him a lot of fans. Sanwo-Olu came in. What Fashola started at Ambode stopped. What Ambode started, he decided to finish them all, then start his own. Sanwo-Olu is, people call him the messenger angel of God to Lagos. And he's called the messenger angel, and he has lived up to it. There's a bridge coming up soon that will be mind-blowing. That is the bridge from Ojota ending in Okpebi. Oh, you are trying to picture it. They're going to open it very soon. That's a game changer. Sanwo-Olu launched 60 roads within 3 months. Sanwo-Olu is doing the food hub, where all you need is have a farm. Bring your harvest. Lagos will buy it. Why? He learned from what COVID did to Lagos, did to Nigeria, and he said it won't happen again. Lagos becomes the hub to collect whatever harvest from all over Nigeria. Once you have a harvest, bring it, Lagos will buy. It's a 500 billion food process thing that has just come. So, unfortunately, I see Sanwo-Olu as the best governor ever in Lagos, which Tinubu will be proud of, to say, that's my son doing great things. So Sanwo-Olu has done extremely well in Lagos.
Is it right to agree with some quarters that says that the next governor is coming as the son of President Tinubu, as Sheyi Tinubu?
The Bola Tinubu that I know will not do that. And I've also, like I said, I've been in Lagos all my life. We have never known who the next governor is until the election time. When Tinubu was leaving, everybody thought there were some big names. Suddenly surprised us with Fashola. When Fashola was leaving, other big names came up. He surprised us with an Ambode. When Ambode was denied the second term, everybody was like, who is this Sanwo-Olu? Sanwo-Olu? He surprised us with Sanwo-Olu. We are waiting for another surprise. Definitely, I don't think, with the political sagacity of Bola Tinubu, I don't think it will be Sheyi. Despite the fact that Sheyi has done extremely well supporting his father, mobilizing the youth, and carving a niche for himself. I don't think Bola Tinubu will want to put a kind of no in the minds of some people by bringing his own son while he is president. I don't think Bola Tinubu will do that.
Lagos Lagoon is more than just water. It's a lifeline for our city. Supports transportation, fishing, tourism, and provides economic opportunities for thousands of Lagosians. Our waterfront is a gift of nature that connects communities and fuels growth. As a government, we are committed to protecting and developing this valuable asset sustainably so it continues to serve our people today and for generations to come.
Where are you taking your business to in corporate marketing?
We're getting to that point where we want to be known all over. You see, the marketing communication in Nigeria has been challenged for some time. All the big agencies are almost dead, apart from people like Insight and one or two. I'm getting to that stage where you will not be a governor in any state in Nigeria without contacting my organization, so that because they will know us that, hey, this company has done well with political marketing. And to that extent, which I boast to people that I have never supported anybody that lost an election in Nigeria. So that's our next level. To be known all over Nigeria as the #1 political marketing company of choice.
What would you say has been your achievements of your NGO?
The Team Nigeria.
Yeah.
Well, we've done, right now we're in about 11 states, fully on 8, 11 somehow. We have never supported any person that lost, and we are not about a particular party. When we identify that you are doing well, when we identify that you have potentials, we will support you. Right now, we've been sending material supporting Governor Oti, who's Labour Party in Abia State. When Benga Daniel was governor in Ogun State and Fashola was governor in Lagos State, we were working for Fashola and doing so much for Benga Daniel because we saw the developmental strides he was taking. So basically, Team Nigeria for Change is one organization that identifies progressive talents and we align with them. That is what we want to be known for.
Yeah. Would you want to expatiate on what you said earlier, that you said to people that you live in the UK and you work in Nigeria?
Because I'm a family-oriented man. Okay. I encourage people, don't joke with your wife, don't joke with your children. I don't joke with my wife, I don't joke with my children. So I do a lot to be with them. Any little space I see, I'm out of Nigeria to see them. Even if it's just going to take me just 1 week to be with them and come back. And my philosophy in life is where your home is where you live. My family is in the UK. So that's why I said I live in the UK and work in Nigeria, I work in Lagos.
That's going to take me to this question. There is a bill that was presented, at the National Assembly, that if you must be in the house, that you must patronize, that your children must go to school in Nigeria, you must patronize the hospitals in Nigeria and all that. Are you in support of such a thing?
Years before now, I used my platform to say any government official, governor, president, commissioner, House of Assembly, rep, senate, all of them, none of them should have their kids schooling outside Nigeria. I use my platform to say no government office should have generator. I use my platform to say no government official should go abroad for medical treatment. By so doing, our hospitals will work.
Yeah.
Our power system will work. The schools will work. I am in 100% support of it. Don't forget I told you, I am a private citizen. And as a private citizen, I have the freedom to send my family anywhere. But if those things work, the cost of fending for your family outside Nigeria using Naira to buy foreign exchange will be removed from me. And I'll be so happy to have my family in Nigeria. So I asked somebody, I said, you have 40 million Naira. Why would you relocate? And what he said was so instructive. He said that 40 million might not be able to pay for ransom. which means he had security issues.
Yeah.
If our security is working, if our hospitals work, our schools work, there's power system, I don't see any reason why my family should be outside of Nigeria.
Hi everyone, my name is Foley Asiko from the Asiko Afrobeat Ensemble, the band. I'm inviting you to join the Diaspora TV network on YouTube and all other social media platforms. And people, listen, if you're looking for news about Africa, about the world, insightful information about entertainment, entertainers, and everything that has to do with information, join Diaspora TV network, run by Dele Aberagba. I'll see you there. Come, we're waiting. Enjoy it.
What will be your key challenges to the government that you want the government to fix at this particular time?
Security, which Bola Ahmed Tinubu is tackling headlong, except somebody wants to lie.
And that's
security
been tackled for so long.
Security is better now than when he took over, but there's still a lot of challenges there. If the government is able to tackle the security challenges, that is when the policies will show. No matter what you do in infrastructure, in economy, if the security challenges are still there, people will not appreciate it.
As someone that works closely to politicians in Nigeria, if you have to move around, do you move around with security or what?
I never used to move around with security, but right now I do. Why? The kind of politics we play in Nigeria is so that it is not about Nigeria. It's all about personal interest. And some people in opposition will go to any length to eliminate you. Therefore, you got to protect yourself from now till such a time where you'll be bold enough to say things have changed, that our political evolution have moved from person to country. For now, it has not moved. So, except I want to lie to you, I'm not going to lie, I move about with security until such a time that the country will say no to it.
What will be your take about Nigerians abroad?
You want to set me up? But the truth is this. The best of Nigerians are still at home. And then we have a lot of good Nigerians abroad who would rather be at home than being abroad. Then we have a lot of, in quotes, idiot Nigerians also abroad who were failures in Nigeria and have still remained failures even abroad. Because when people like us come out, we still see them. They still don't know how to put themselves together to make a success where they are. I'll give you a good example. There's no job in Nigeria. There's no work in Nigeria. There's no light in Nigeria. There's no security in Nigeria. And you leave Nigeria and you come to the UK, you go to the US, you go to Canada, where all these things you complain about are, yet you are a fraudster. It just goes to show that you are not a thief because you stole, but you stole because you are a thief.
So what is it that is going to make the country advance from where it is presently?
If every Nigerian decides to say to himself, change starts with me. Because we have a situation where a university lecturer who must sleep with a girl before giving her her rightful marks is abusing the government. We have a policeman who goes out there to raid and say you must bail yourself, is abusing the government. We have a lawyer who goes to court every time is adjourning the case so you keep paying, is abusing the government. Everybody looks beyond themselves to abuse the government. Whereas those in government today were not in government yesterday. Therefore, change for Nigeria to move forward must start with all of us. Where you are, do the right thing. Where you rule, do the right thing. It will have a viral effect and Nigeria will be better.
Bestman, this is an opportunity for you to say a word to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. what is the priority thing that you want him to address, that you want to use this medium to pass across to him?
Asiwaju Jagaban, the president of Nigeria, I say to you, you have a track record of excellence. You have a track record of development and progression. Don't let the psychophants around you tell you things that are not real. I say to you, sir, a particular thing that's happening now, the issue of revenue mobilization, trying to increase the salary of public servants, this is not the right time, sir. Because I know you who you are. You are passionate about Nigeria. And we, some of us, believe in you. Some of these things I've talked about, please look at it, and Nigeria will be better for it.
Well, it's been an interesting time speaking with you, Irumole Bestman. Viewers, you've had it all from Bestman here in the UK. It's been an exciting session with you. Until next time, when I bring to you another edition of this program, Diaspora TV Network, I remain yours sincerely, Dele Aberagba. But until then, click the subscribe button, like, share, and comment about all he said. I will definitely make sure that I get them across to him. Peace. Bye.
Thank you.